Hi, this is Matt Bradley Shergi, and what we're doing here is taking a look at. Oh, now I should have my Twitter account. Whoops. There we go. This is Matt Bradley Shergi, and we are taking a look at the latest screenshots that came out for Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, and we have a release date. So I did a video just a few days ago talking about what if it's going to come out February at all, and lo and behold, it is near the end, but still February 2022. Though a delay from the original promise date of December 2022, it's coming out, and I can't believe it. It's a bit bittersweet in a way. I mean, this is maybe like I've done about 2 dozen videos on these Final Fantasy VI remaster or Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster news beat, and where it goes from there, I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll think of something. I don't know if I'll probably keep the retro theme going, but that's something for me to talk about another time. What we're doing here is looking at these screenshots. So if you like what you see, don't forget to follow me here at twitch.tv/matwbt, and make sure to catch up when I do all sorts of videos here. I like doing retro streams. I like doing these live news things for retro video game news and all that stuff. And let's get going looking at these screenshots. There's 10 of them. I'm sure I'll have stuff to talk about. And again, I appreciate stuff in the comments from people. Had some great back and forth. I'll give a shout out to Stone Ben, who gave me a tip that these screenshots came early this morning. They had tended to do this PR before in the middle of the week, and he did the math and thought it would be this today, and it was. And so good prediction there. And thanks for letting me know what it actually showed up on the site. Okay, let's go. This is the first shot. It's of the overworld, and it is. Wait, it says I'm doing Batman Returns on the category. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. I'll change it later. Excuse me. So yeah, Final Fantasy VI. There we go. So, okay. So what we have here is Overworld. I don't recall where in the game it is, because I haven't played all of Final Fantasy VI in quite some time. I beat it. Oh, last time I beat it was probably 20 years ago. I used to play it once a year, though, at least up to the opera player. Very familiar with that early part of the game. Or no, maybe the GBA version I beat later. Anyhow, so yeah, we got this overworld. We got the main character Terra, and that the way the ship looks makes me know it's in the first half of the game. Oh, I see. You can see the in-game map. So it looks like that is perhaps Zozo, maybe? Sometime around there. I know the opera's to the south of there. If memory serves, it's been a while. I'm not going to look up to make sure I have this tune right. So, I mean, some things we notice here is look at the color of Terra's hair. It's light green over all the palettes, or lighter in these pixel remasters. But it's so light it matches, because they changed the color of the hair and also the background. It also looks, lighter than the original, perhaps to make it look better on mobile phone screens, but it's neither here nor there. It looks like this hair, to me, is almost the same color as the background. It blends into each other. Don't really like it. On the other hand, the airship looks good. That's one thing that's with where the airship was, and when you would take off and land in these games, it would do a weird kind of pixel shift mode 7 thing, and that's a much smoother transition. In overall, the characters and objects and stuff on the overall map usually look less junky and pretty good. Okay, so a battle scene, right? Looks to be fairly early in the game. I like the pissed off Tifa look there. It looks like those eyebrows really are popping out here. Again, I think, it's too light up here in the sky and the mountain in the background, and just a weird kind of clashy look. I don't know if it quite works. These things always look better in motion, I'll say, than otherwise. Cool that you see the auto crossbow, one of the really neat weapons from Edgar here. This is from the fan favorite opera portion of the game, and with one of my favorite characters in here, Ultros, the evil or is he kind of more scampish octopus, right? And he's this monster that is basically the same thing as like Gilgamesh in Final Fantasy V, where he's kind of a goofball and you keep on seeing him. And the opera is kind of like his major scene in the game, where you spend the most time fighting. Um, this looks pretty good. I like kind of the lighting effects we're seeing and the curtains and the audience in the background as the boss fight goes on. And I mean, the music here is real fun, right? It goes boom, 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 with the timpanis and everything. I'd love to. The opera part, of course, is what everyone wants to see how it sounds in the game when Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster comes out. Next screen. So, I mean, if you're going to pick a scene from Final Fantasy VI, you pick it where a guy says, "Hey non," or Setzer says, "Hey non." It's not a memorable scene in the game, but I think it is cool because you can see the sprites of most of the main characters you can play as. It does not have the hidden characters on there. Yeah, it does not. So we can see things are a bit lighter. One detail, that I never really noticed in the sprite on the SNES version, but you do here is Shadow the Ninja. You can see his two little eyes in the black area. Before, the black area to me just read as almost like a bandana, if you couldn't see his eyes, like snake eyes or something. I like the gold trim. I like how Setzer looks in general. And there's something nice about the pink that's jumping out for me, the pink and the yellow and Realms hat. I think gives her a bit more character. On the other hand, Cyan, the color, the knight on the far right, he, again, looks almost the same color as, same thing with the map, right? Looks almost the same color as the floor of the airship. It kind of bleeds into there. Could just be something weird with how the screenshot is, or it could be something weird with my monitor, but my eyes, that looks a bit weird. So on we go, onward, onward, onward. If you have any chat stuff, feel free to chat. Don't forget to follow if you like what you see here at twitch.tv/matwbt. Ah, yes. Good old Rune Knight stuff. Yep, status screen. So we see the stars that talk about the different special effects of the stars being, I think, summoned to you level up, maybe? I'm kind of guessing here. It's been a while. And we can see you can go back and forth with the keyboard if you like, or it's better to play these with a controller. That's how they were made. Excuse me. That's how they were made to play to begin with. These menus have been pretty much the same in all these versions of the game. Really not much to say here. Okay, so a view from an airship. They tend to have these in all these Final Fantasy preview images. This, because it's white, we can see this is the world of Ruin, which was towards the end of the game. And notice how the geography is a good bit different because of the, said Ruin. So while I said it looks chunky, this is cleaner than it looked on SNES. I'm loving the orange and purple on the skyline here. Of course, the opera scene, we can see some more examples of the 3D graphics used to enhance this part of the game. I wonder if any other parts of Final Fantasy VI will have this extra work done. Also, the lighting seems a little bit enhanced. Perhaps this was done with the Octopath Traveler engine or with similar sort of tech. Because you get that nice kind of sprite thing, but then kind of the rotational 3D imagery of what the sprites are on. And that font is the same font everyone loves to hate in these games, but you can fix it with mods on the PC version. Hope if these Pixel Remasters come to console, that the font stuff gets more visible options. So, yeah, and I'm wondering if we might see some 3D camera movement in the scene, right? Maybe like the castle's rotating as the music goes on. It makes you wonder, because if it's, you think you'd want to do some fancy 3D camera shit. Okay, so I mean, in these games, you get to see the picture gallery of mostly Yoshitaka Amano artwork and stuff. This is kind of a more impressionistic piece of the City of Magic, which is a part later in the game, very industrial. I love the feeling of the smoke. In this picture, you have the kind of circle stuff going around here. You got these almost like potion-looking things off in the distance. So a lot of cool stuff. like in the other games, a very cute touch. You can, without having to unlock anything, you can play the entire soundtrack of the game. And let's face it, the soundtrack is one of the more interesting things about these Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters. They're rearranged and reorchestrated. There's some live orchestra stuff recorded, and some of it is just really high quality samples. But some samples are sound quite similar. Some are a bit more impressionistic versions of it. And Final Fantasy VI has a score. Can't wait to see how it's going to go. Did you get to these two characters? Ugh, geez. It's one day. These two characters, will interact, either sing or dance or kiss or whatever as the music plays. It's a screensaver thing. Okay, and this map is a bestiary thing. As you play through the game, you can find out where these enemies you've killed, where they are, how often they spawn, what kind of treasures they drop. I never really use this mode. I think it's cool that it's there. And I'll leave it at that. You can sort of take it or leave it. So, I mean, this is a look at all the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster drawings. What do you think about it, right? Do you think this is cool? You're looking forward to it? Any of the music you're looking forward to? What kind of videos would you like to see me do? Post in the comments below. Again, this comes out February 23rd, 2022. But starting today, you can order it individually without having to get the whole bundle. On sale for $14.39 US at Steam. So again, this is Matt Bradley Shurgi. If you like what you hear, follow me here at twitch.tv/MATWBT, and on Twitter, follow me at MATWBT. I hope you, it's pretty excited that we get screenshots today, so I'll have to see what else comes. Bye.